Okay, hi everybody. This is Doughboy Cap, and we're playing Railroader. And we're gonna do day 2 of our Day in the Life series with our Charleston and Ohio River vanilla railroad build. Yesterday, while we were pushing the freight train up the mountain, the passenger train made it into Bryson. So we got to deal with him first. So we get these passengers on the way. So we will cut him off. And run him over for coal and water. Did it to you guys again, I'm sorry. Turn the sound down, here we go. These are nice looking engines, and actually, if you're in the United States and you pay your taxes, you actually own one of these locomotives. It's in the National Museum of American History. Painted in this, the Southern Railway painted these in these really nice green and gold. Really neat looking. So if you're ever in DC, be sure to stop by. Actually, if you're a federal taxpayer, you own a whole bunch of trains. Steamtown National Historic Site has a bunch of steam locomotives. There's two more really obvious ones that I'm drawing a blank. I'll think of it. Out in Utah, the Golden Spike site. But anyway, so we'll let this guy coal. See how our fast freight is doing. He's tiptoeing down the hill right now. Doesn't have all that big of a train. When the passenger train gets moving out of Bryson, we'll take a look at setting up a meet between these two. What else do we have? Here's our helper set. Yard engine. What's our lumber engine? Oh, our lumber engine's got to pick up pulpwood. Okay. So we can set that in motion real quick. Just something to do real fast while 4800's coaling and watering. Looks like he's almost done. Okay, get him watering. Get our oiling done. All right, so when he gets water, he'll be ready to go. So setting up a meet. Bryson's at milepost 64. And our freight train is going to be at like 86 by the time we're ready to go. Okay, so you split those in half and you're at like 75. So you want a meeting point around milepost 75. and then you pick your inferior train, which in this case is the freight train. You pick a spot on the freight train side of the meeting point. We could have a meet at McLean, but that's a really short siding. So we're actually going to have to hold the freight train here at Wesser. So that's what we're going to do. We'll go up real quick and we'll just check in on our pulpwood train. Yep, he's got everything. Didn't open the angle cock. There we go. Okay. So he's got to go down to east. Oh, okay. I thought our reputation was 97. Like, what? What happened? And then when he gets down here, he'll be ready to take the logs back up. So we're going to have him come way down here. That'll take him a minute. We'll go back to our passenger engine. He's still watering. All done. Okay. Big engines always look funny going through the crossovers like this. What's in the yard right now? Oh, we got a bunch of Silvas. And quite a bit of Andrews. Okay. A little bit of traffic today. That's good. Okay. Let's get our waypoint set up. We want him to run to Nantahala. Oh, the local. Oh, that's right. He was waiting for. Okay. Yep. Local train was waiting for the fast freight to come down. So that can be our next task here, is getting that done. So we're going to have 4659 push the coal train up. We probably don't need 7105. So we can make this cut. We'll just have 4659 do it. And run around to the tail end. Let me just refresh my memory on what was going on in Andrews Yard. Okay, so we had this big local train ready to go out. Oh, it's not ready to go out. We're going to have to switch it a little bit, but it's going to be a big local train. "4603 just pushed the manifest up, so he's going back down the hill for water. We have the through freight headed for the Wesser siding. He's going to sit there for a little while. And we have our passenger train crossing the Tuckasegee River and headed up the mountain towards Olarka. Fast freight has a pretty big Dillsboro block on the front. Some Silva interchange cars, and a lot of Bryson cars. So there'll be a little bit of switching to do in Bryson City. Okay. So the 4659 is on the hind end. Put him in manual, neutral, turn his headlight off. Up to 7114. We'll set his waypoint for the yard up here. The helper shut off just to see if we're ever going to need it. This is a fact-finding mission here is what this is. I discovered that one of the mods I'm running in one of my other builds has a tractive effort booster, so it makes the engines do better on a little bit better on hills. I assume it's meant to be more realistic. I'm not sure. That's why my conception of what engines can do what is a little bit off. It's slowing down a little. It gets down to like 10, we'll turn the helper on. Although the helper itself is also kind of skewing the experiment because that's probably Better part of 200 tons. So tell you what, let's do this. Cut it off and we'll see if this train speeds up. And he is. How about that? Okay. That solves that then. And go back down. Not needed. Part of the climb was two really neat trestles on it. There's this one, and then there's one right when you get towards the top. Strolling right up there. Okay. Helper, what helper? Granted, it's not much weight, but steep grade, and those are heavy cars. I actually had a thought. I don't really like all these engines having the same whistle. I have the nickel plate whistle on the Berkshires. Let's try the 6 chime on this one. This one. These are all central of Georgia whistles. Kind of like the middle 6 chime one, so I'll put that on my 210-2s. Let's jump back down and get the helpers set up again. Okay, so they'll be ready for our next train that comes through. Actually, 4659, I'm going to kill the headlight. There we go. All right, so our lumber engine's ready for us. Tie the pulpwood down. That stuff's all ready to go, but the locals not coming through for a little while yet. So we're going to take these logs up the hill next. Fast freight is in his siding. He's going to be there for a little while, waiting for the passenger train to come by. Passenger train is... There isn't because the McLean is so short. Yeah, it's okay. We'll let him wait there. Extra couple of minutes, it's fine. Is it full yet? Oh, this is full. This one's getting there. Oh, wow. We're going to be able to empty this whole place out. How about that? These are all going back up the hill to L2. Okay, he's off. 4603 is our Andrews engine. He's going to get water. And then 7123 is going to be the road engine for the local headed back to Bryson. Which we're going to go build with 4603 as soon as he's done drinking. And then what's our pulpwood situation? All right, we're going to need at least one pulpwood turn today. Possibly two if they get these emptied. And then when we get to the point with Snowbird where the stockpile's full, I'll bump the tier up. He's already over the mountain. Gee. I mean, I know I shouldn't be surprised. It's not that big a train, but I am going to change his waypoint though, because we're going to be switching over there. I don't want him just breezing right into the yard. So I'm going to do what I normally do with these trains headed to Andrews anyway. I just didn't in this case. Set him to sit back by the crossing there. Make sure the yard crew's out of his way. What kind of wear and tear does this put on an engine like that? Oh, okay, not too bad. And this is an unusually short consist for this train. He normally runs, a dozen or so hopper cars. Okay. Our Andrews local engine is all done drinking. I'm ready to start building the outbound local train. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab this caboose out first. Then we got to think about how we want to do this. So you think about the order these stations are in out there. So put the caboose out first and then the Robinson gaps. Right? Then, from the head end of the engine, we want the coal loader car here. Then, pull up the map. So Nantahala Power and Light is down here, and Union Lumber is here. So what we'll do, we'll set out that coal loader car first. Or maybe not. No, we'll leave the coal loader car for. We'll let the helpers deal with it. Is there going to be? Well, yeah, we'll move the helpers and we'll set the coal loader car out first. Never mind. I'm going back on myself. Then we want the Union Lumber cars and then the Nantahala Power and Light cars. Because what we're going to do, we're going to take that block, pull it up into this track, and shove it back. Switch Nantahala Power and Lumber. Come back up here, run around it, pull it down, switch Union Lumber. Okay, and then we'll keep the train going. Then we'll run the engine around and we'll get the train out of town. Okay. Next, we want the Nantahala Public Delivery car. Maybe we want that behind the coal so we can just deal with it right when we get into town. I'll think about that. Okay, anyway. Then this is Nantahala Talc and Lime here. Spots 3 and 4 are here, and this is 1 and 2. So first we want to work 3 and 4, and then 1 and 2. Okay. Then we want National Park Service, which is here at Wesser. So that's how we're going to put it all together. In the meantime, we're going to keep an eye on Is there not a way to just follow it? I thought there was a way to just pin the map to it. Anyway, so we'll just keep this window up. And we'll watch for the passenger train to come by our freight train here. In the meantime, our engine's here, and let's get moving. First things first, we gotta set the caboose out. Okay, this map screen's already annoying me. So we'll just watch when the passenger train makes his Allman station stop, and then we'll pull the map up. While all this is happening, let's get the power for this train on the move. For now, we'll just have him back up to the stub end of the Y here. I gotta change his whistle too. What did I say? The Central of Georgia 6 chime? Yeah. Okay, now I just got to kick these couple of cars out, so I'm not going to shove those all the way down. Just set them over and put the hopper cars over here. And then we'll just build this piece by piece here. So in the back end, we want these T4 cars. Then the T3 has to go ahead of the T4, which you'll see when we get there. This is going to be a little bit of a puzzle, but it's okay. We'll get this car to stop. Swing these over. Okay, 7123. Come on down. Sit right here and wait to be ready to go. Knock these back a little bit. Okay, now this is a T4 car, so we'll put this over first. Then we got to get this T4 car and then this T3. And then we'll put the T2s and T1s because the order of those doesn't really matter. Okay, 4800's making his almond station stop right now. So when he gets on the move, we'll pull the map up. Just kind of keep an eye on him. Okay, let's swing this way back over. Come down and grab the balance of the train, and we're going to drag it forward a little bit before we start switching it, so we're not coming all the way back down here all the time. A little bit further. Just drag it up a little bit. Make switching go faster so we're not doing so much of the back and forth stuff. So first we want the T4, set these two back over. This is the T3 and the T1. Set this one over, put the T1 on, come back in and grab this T2. Okay, that'll be our Hewitt block done. Okay. Throw these two cars over. These two in. I want to back up a little bit further. Trying to think about our next couple of moves here. You know what? What are we doing? Let's be a little bit more efficient about all this. Road train sitting up there waiting for us. We gotta get this done a little quicker. Okay. So this track here is going to be for our T4s and T3s. This one here is going to be T2s and T1s. Well, maybe not that simple. We'll figure it out. We'll make this work. For now, I'm going to leave these back here because these are the two that I want against the engine. Now that I think about it, after I just shoved back a couple up to them for no reason. So let's throw this T2 over here. So do we have any Halo power and light cars? We don't. Oh. Well, that makes things easier. Okay. Could have sworn that I did. Maybe I was thinking of this one. All right. Overcomplicating this in my head when I don't need to. Okay. Shove these back just to make us a little extra room. So next, the Union Lumber Company. I had the map up and I didn't even see the passenger train go right by. Okay. So much for that plan. All right. We're going to have the 6520. Yep, I had this whole plan. We were going to jump over and watch the meet go by. Oh, well, okay. Get him on the move. Jump back to our Andrews engine. Let this one out. Lace these up. Shove them back. 5 cars. Not much. Just need a little more room. Okay. Set this T1 car over. Passenger train coming up on Nantahala. Okay. So maybe we don't want to worry about being in a huge hurry about getting this local out. He's just going to have to sit behind the passenger train anyway. That's okay. Still trying to decide what I want to do with those coal loader car, and then let's see, is there anything on the public? Okay, so those are just set outs. Okay, that makes things easier. Okay, so yeah, then I want them on the head end so I can just get them done and get out of the way. And this Park Service car, what to do about that? I think I might actually put it behind this T4 now that I'm considering it a little bit more. It doesn't really matter where it goes because it's just a set out on the way by. But I don't want it in the way when I'm trying to switch out all this other stuff. So, do need to hurry this up a little, just in the sense that we got to get this local train out of the way so the passenger train can come in. But it'll be all right. Okay, let's think about this. So I'm going to grab the public delivery car, the coal loader car, back out and grab the lumber, T1s and T2s, T3s and T4s, then come back in for the Park Service car, then put everything together. Probably could have done this more efficiently, but I changed my mind about 6 times, about how I wanted to do it. And that wasn't helping. It's okay. How's the through freight doing? He's going through McLean right now, so he's got another 11 miles or so to go to get to Bryson. $4,800 is in Nantahala right now. So we might have to jump to him. Okay, so 4,800, we're gonna have him stop. Put him in manual, brakes on, and kill his headlight. Meanwhile, we will go over to our helper set and undo everything I did a minute ago. Okay. 4659. It's going to go tie on to the head end of the passenger train. Meanwhile, we got to pick a whistle for this engine. Kind of like for a passenger engine, let's go with the NYC 5 chime. Oh, oops. I don't love it, but it'll do for right now. Okay. Get those laced up. Cut out an MU passenger engine. We have number 4659 run to Topton Station. Should be enough power. Yeah, I think they should be fine. We'll just keep an eye on them. Now we're going to grab these T1s and T2s, come back in for these 3s and 4s, grab the Park Service car and double everything together. Yeah, these guys will be okay. That big of a train. these fours are nice looking engines. P48s in the game. They ran in this really nice green and gold paint. And when the Southern Railroad actually was starting their steam program, they looked into getting this back from the Smithsonian. But the Smithsonian had built a wing of their building around it. Getting it out would have involved laying panel track on the street. So it was decided to look elsewhere, and they found 3 other former Southern Railway engines on 2 different short lines. Bought those and painted them green. 2 of them were these. They gave their C46s, I forget what their Southern name was. And then the other was another engine I'd love to see in this game. The 4501 is a Mikado. It's also in Tennessee. Anyway, looks like these 2 engines are going to make it on the hillside. So we'll go finish putting our local train together. Gonna be a good sized train, but I didn't run this local yesterday because I was still setting up. So this is 2 days worth of cars. How's our fast freight doing? No, he's fine. Almost to Alarka Junction, and then it's downhill into Bryson. So it looks like as soon as we're done getting this other train set up, we'll be able to switch this one out. And then get the through freight for Silva on the move. Productive day here on the C&OR. Okay. Double them together and we're all done. So what I think I want to do is have this outbound ready to go. When the passenger train comes in, I'll let it start and let the local train run up towards Topton while the passenger train's turning. And then he'll wait at Topton, let the passenger go by, and then start working in Nantahala and Hewitt. I think that's how we'll do it. But we'll see how that develops. He's gonna slow it down because they're almost up the hill. I don't know. Okay. They passed the Graham County. Oh, they are. Okay. They're doing fine. Put air to these guys. We'll shove them back about 5 cars just to get clear. Okay. So let's bring the local down. He probably doesn't need to go that far down. He's only got 5 cars, so let's bring him in right there. And once this guy's clear, I know the passenger train's waiting up there, but it's okay. It'll be fine. Bring the road engine for this train over. Okay. Passenger train 4800. Turn off the cutout. $46.59. Pull into the clear. And 4800. Oh, not that way. This one. As soon as your helper's out of the way, and head for Andrews. I like to bring him right down like here. Because then we can fuel him and then start turning. And I'm headed back. Let's go down to our 7114. Cut him off. So once we make this hitch here, oh, is he not? Oh, the coal loader must have run low yesterday. We should have enough. It'll be all right. It looks like it's getting low. We can get some more in Nantahala, but I'm sure it'll be fine. So let's do this. And we need a little bit more room just so that the so their engine can get by. Okay. 7114 can proceed all the way down to the coal loader. Why the 5 mile an hour limit? Is it the curve? It must be. Yowza. Whoops. This train not have a good. Oh. Those are the. Got it. Okay, I'm stupid. Confused myself for a second, but we're all there now. $4,800 is on the move down the hill, so we can send the helper back down to his buddy here. So how's he fixed for water? Oh, he's fine. Okay. $4,603 is going to be sitting there for just a moment. Okay, let's hop up to our lumber engine. These log cars are already almost full. Let's just do that. They're almost full anyway. We'll just come back when they've filled up and we'll run them back down the hill. Not normally what I do, but you know, why not? Okay, last but not least, perfect timing. Fast Freight is just pulling into Bryson. He's getting settled. We'll pick which engine is going to take the Silva train. It's like 6504 is our. Oh no, we have one more. 6534 is our winner. Let's walk our little dude over here. $534. Getting these engines onto this turntable can be a little tricky. We'll do it in manual. A little more. That's good. See, they just fit. And getting the turntable lined up can be a little tricky. Close enough. Okay. So 6534. Can pull down here and stand by. Meanwhile, the 7114. Fill up on some coal. And 6520. Make his cut. You can come all the way back here. Shoot. Yard engine sitting in the way. $65.20's waypoint right here for right now. Okay, now we can come to the engine terminal. There we go. Yeah, he was going to go all the way out around track one. That's my bad. Okay, so the way we set this up in Andrews, we have all the Brysons on the back end. And then Silva interchange cars behind them, and then Dillsboro's on the front. We don't get any Dillsboro's out of Bryson. So all we got to do is make a cut behind the Silvas on the train, set these cars over, grab the Silva cars, put them onto the train, throw a new caboose on, and it's ready to go. Easy peasy. So let's do that. Set our repair destination on this for the Bryson repair track. Wait for the big road engine to get out of the way. Speaking of big road engines, let's deal with this real quick just because I don't want them to still be here in the way when the passenger train gets here. So probably could have just avoided this whole issue and left him where he was. But it's okay. Oops. Back up just a little bit. Okay. Set his repair, the Andrews repair track. Okay. Back to our yard engine. The big engine's out of the way. Set these right over here, out of the way. Easy. Get him some coal. The turntable set up and ready to go for when he's done. What's in our Bryson cars? We got a couple of cars for Bryson itself. We got some Mellas, got a bunch of Whittiers, a whole bunch of Whittiers. Okay. That's easy enough. What tier is our sawmill? Oh, it is tier 5. Okay. There's a neat picture. Helper engine's back at his terminal. That's good. Deal with him later. Yeah, this is where the work we put in our day 1 episode pays off. Quickly get this train out of here. Set the old caboose over, grab a new one. Not even going to be that big of a train, but that's okay. Back 6520 up just a little more. Give her some water. Grab a new caboose. Double it on top of these cars. And we'll double those on top of the train. We'll be ready to go. We'll call the road engine, get it all laced together, and take off. Okay. How are we doing over here? This one's done. Okay, good. Okay, quick detour. So just wanted to make sure that engine's put to bed before the passenger train gets there. She's got to be getting close. Yeah, there he is. Does that switch keep getting thrown? You know, but okay. Okay, we are all done with 7114 for the day. Andrew's shop can start working on him. Okay, we gotta get the train laced. I use the handbrakes to just mark where the air hoses aren't connected as much as anything else. Double the train together. Short train, but it might be a pretty heavy one. All this coal in it. Once we clear that switch there, we'll have our new road engine start headed towards that end. As long as there's a clear track, and there is. Okay. $46.42. We're gonna have, well, his first move is gonna be to put this caboose away. So we can head over and do that. Make sure we have our train laced up. Cut to the road engine. Passenger train's ready for us. He's going to wait a little while. Okay. So this engine's next stop is Dillsboro Yard. So we'll hop down there. Set his waypoint. He's got a bunch more taken away than he's dropping off, so I'm going to set his waypoint back a little bit. Like maybe here. All right, thanks everybody for watching. We'll leave you with this shot here. If you like what you see and want to throw me a like, I'd appreciate it. And if you don't want to miss the next one, be sure you subscribe. We'll go ahead and get the freight train moving here. And that'll be our closer. And we'll see you next time here on the Charleston and Ohio River Railroad.